Hello and warm welcome to all of you. Dear students, today I am here with the part 21 of history chapter number 3, nationalism in India. In previous lecture, we had discussed differences between non-cooperation movement and civil disobedience movement. Today we are going to discuss the last topic of the chapter, the sense of collective belonging. As you know, students, India is a multi-religion, multi-culture country, different culture, different religious people, they are living in this country. Even in the beginning of the chapter, I explain you what is nationalism. Nationalism means the feeling for the country, the love for the country, respect for the country. Even people are ready to sacrifice their lives for the sake of the country. So here the question is, how these different culture, different religious people, they come together to fight against outside force, against Britisher. Nationalism spread when people begin to believe that they are all part of the same nation, when they discover some unity that bind them together. These different culture people, they come close to each other, they form a unity to fight against Britisher. When the feeling of nationalism spread in our country. But how did the nation become a reality in the mind of people? Earlier, nation was not existed. So here we are going to discuss how did the nation become a reality in the mind of people? How did people belonging to different communities, regions or language group develop sense of collective belonging? As I told you, in our country there are many differences, different communities are there, different regions are there, different language group peoples are living in this country. So how these different group of people come together and they develop a sense of collective belonging. Collective belonging means they are part of the same region, they are part of the same country. How this feeling, how this sense develop in this mind of the people. This sense of collective belonging came partly through the experience of united struggle, but there were also variety of culture process through which nationalism captures people's imagination. First is that these different culture people, they form a unity in different freedom struggle program, and with that they develop sense of collective belonging. Even history and fiction, folklore and song, popular prints and symbols all played a part in making of nationalism. History and fiction. Fiction means a prose writing, novel form, folklore, traditional belief of the people, songs, popular prints and symbols, these all played very important part in making of nationalism in our country. History of our country, fiction, long prose narrative form about our country, achievements, traditional belief of our country, songs which describing the importance of our country, some of the popular prints and symbol about the achievement of our country, all these play very important part in making of nationalism in the mind of Indian people. The identity of the nation, as you know, is most often symbolized in figure or image. Here I would like to mention, we haven't discussed the chapter number 1, the nationalism in Europe, but in that chapter some images description is there, and these images describing the nation, the image of Germania, it is the image for the German nation. So here the identity of the nation was often symbolized in the form of images, in the form of symbol. This helps create an image with which people can identify the nation. It was in the 20th century, with the growth of nationalism, that the identity of India came to be visually associated with the image of Bharat Mata. Germania is the image for the German nation. So with such like Germania, for our country, image is Bharat Mata. In 20th century, the image of Bharat Mata was created as the identity of our nation. And when people see the image of Bharat Mata, they sense, they feel that they are the part of the same nation. The image was first created by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay in 1870s. He wrote Vande Mataram is a hymn to the motherland. First image of Bharat Mata was created by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, famous Bengali writer. He created the first image of Bharat Mata. And in 1870, he wrote a Vande Mataram hymn, actually praise song for the nation. So it was a praise song. Vande Mataram is a praise song for the motherland. Later was included in his novel Anand Mat and widely sung during the Swadeshi movement in Bengal. He wrote a praise song in the form of Vande Mataram, and later on this song was sung by Indian people at the time of Swadeshi movement, at the time of boycott movement, widely sung in Bengal. Moved by the Swadeshi movement, Abhindranath Tagore printed his famous image of Bharat Mata, see figure 12. In this painting, Bharat Mata is portrayed as aesthetic figure. She is calm, composed, divine and spiritual. Moved by the image of Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, Abhindranath Tagore, after Swadeshi movement, he also painted the image of Bharat Mata. He described Bharat Mata as aesthetic figure, simple figure, and he portrayed Bharat Mata as calm, composed, divine and spiritual figure. In subsequent years, the image of Bharat Mata acquired many different forms as it circulated in popular prints and was painted by different artists. Figure 14. Devotion to this mother figure came to seem as evidence of one's nationalism. Now here you may have the question, why different writer, different painter, they created the images of Bharat Mata. Actually, by creating the figure of Bharat Mata, they try to create the feeling of nationalism into the mind of Indian people. Now students, here I would like to share very important information. Since last year in board exam, as per the new pattern of the paper, they are asking about the images. So they are taking images from history as well as political science. So at the time when you are watching my lecture, it's your duty, you have to keep your textbook open. Now you just see the image of Bharat Mata in the form of figure 12. It was actually created by Abhindranath Tagore in 1905. So here Bharat Mata described as a mother figure, and in one hand the mala is in one hand, emphasize her aesthetic quality. Abhindranath Tagore, like Ravi Verma before him, tried to develop style of painting that could be seen as truly Indian. So figure 12 is the image of Bharat Mata. It was created by Abhindranath Tagore in 1905. Below to that, in figure 13, there is actually the image of Jawaharlal Nehru. You can see the image of Jawaharlal Nehru. In the Nehru is here shown holding the image of Bharat Mata and the map of India close to his heart. A map of India is also there, an image of Bharat Mata is also there. It was actually in the hand of Jawaharlal Nehru. So this way the different writer, they are creating the images of Bharat Mata to create the feeling of nationalism in the heart and mind of the Indian people. Ideas of nationalism also developed through a movement to revive Indian folklore. In late 19th century India, nationalists began recording folk tales sung by the bards, and they toured villages to gather folk song and legends. Even ideas of nationalism also developed through the movement by reviving Indian folklore. Folklore, as I told you, traditional belief of Indian people. So in 19th century, many nationalists, they began to record folklores which was sung by the bards. Bards means poet. They toured village to village to collect the folk song and legends. Legends here the collection of story. Here I am explaining how feeling of nationalism created, how feeling of the nationalism spread in the mind and heart of the Indian people. So one example I had already given to you by creating the images of Bharat Mata. Now the second is that many nationalists try to collect Indian folklore. Many nationalists, they they toured village to village to collect the folk song and to collect the folk tales. They collecting all this material, and with that these tales they believe gave the true picture of traditional culture that had been corrupted and damaged by outside force. Why they were collecting folklore? Actually, by collecting folklores and by spreading these folklores into different regions of India, they were giving a true picture, true traditional culture of India, which was corrupted by outside force in the form of Britishers. So they believed that it was essential to preserve this folk tradition in order to discover one national's identity and restore sense of pride in the one past. So why they were collecting this? So they believed that it is necessary to preserve this tradition, to preserve this culture of our country, to create a national identity and to create or to develop sense of collective belonging into Indian people. So students, I would like to conclude here my today's lecture. In the next lecture, in the part 2 of sense of collective belonging, I will try my best to complete the chapter. Thank you very much for your cooperation.